him from seeing his clients. And like I said, since Nnamdi Kanu is now their cash cow, it's been like that for over 4 years now. It's been their cash cow where they can make 500 million. His lawyers moved that Nnamdi Kanu should be transferred to a proper prison, which is Kuje. Like you can now go through the normal procedure to see him and all that. DSS objected because of the 500 million naira they make every time they bring him out. Every time you see Nnamdi Kanu come out in court, it costs Nigeria 500 million naira. It is not a makeup. They actually developed they raised the memo on that. That it cost them 500 million naira.
I don't know whether Nnamdi Kanu is still alive. I don't know whether he's still with them. I don't know where they have taken him to. Tomorrow, being 24th day of September, will make it complete 1 month. Because I saw him last. Tomorrow, being 24th day of October, will make it 1 month. Because I saw him last on September 24th. Since that, when he came to court last, since that time up to now, no communication whatsoever. My people, this is an update. I'm just from DSS now. Today being Monday. I don't know whether but today being Monday, 23rd, being Wednesday, 23rd day of October, we went to see him. The last one went there. The last one went there. They allowed us inside at the receptionist and at the reception and the access to park outside. But today, they outrightly rejected us from coming inside. They mounted their people at the gate, and the instruction is that none of Nnamdi Kanu's lawyer should be allowed to come inside. So not even to see him. So the reason for that, I don't know. I don't know whether Nnamdi Kanu is still alive. I don't know whether he's still with them. I don't know where they have taken him to. Tomorrow, being 24th day of September, will make it complete 1 month. Because I saw him last. Tomorrow, being 24th day of October, will make it 1 month. Because I saw him last on September 24th. Since that, when he came to court last, since that time up to now, no communication whatsoever. This is the document I want to come and show him in respect of preparing his documents. The things that we feel that we can file in court. But now they did not allow us access. Nnamdi Kanu is the only person now, as we speak now, that is facing a criminal trial without a lawyer. No date for the court in the Federal High Court. No access to his lawyer. So when I left to DSS, I decided to come and see Attorney General. This is the Minister of Justice. I'm making this video from the Minister of Justice. But I was unable to see the Minister for Justice because I don't see why we should have this building here that called the Minister of Justice. If we should have this building here and we have Minister for Justice, and this injustice is happening in a country, it means that we're in Banana Republic. So, and the actions that we should not be coming. That's what the DSS guy told, that we should not be coming. That we are not going to see Nnamdi Kanu again. I heard them say that's what the DSS. I said for what? So that is the position for now. I will continue to update you. We have commenced content proceedings against the new director of DSS. So let's see how it will go. Thank you. We'll continue to update you.
Contempt of court. DSS, no, they obey court. DSS, okay. Nobody's obeying anybody. It is a banana republic. Somebody is standing, supposed should be standing trial, but he's not allowed to see his lawyers. He's not allowed to see his lawyers. It's unfortunate, isn't it? Because you just, I was having a chat with a friend, and we were talking about, me going to Nigeria, just to go and see family and friends and all of that. And it was like, if they, I said, hang on. The worst case scenario is that they will take me to court in maybe a month or two. I was like, which court? Who's going to obey any court of this? You know, it was so convinced, it was so sure that you did mad, you did crazy. Like, what is wrong with you? How can you even like? It's like something is wrong with you. How can you even like imagine that? I mean, they will take you to their court. Which court? And their court will now say they should let you go, and they will let you go like that. I was like, but I've not done anything wrong. I said, now you did talk that one now. So you don't have to do anything wrong. If they are like interested in you, that's what will happen. Okay, they will lock you up for as long as they want, and they don't give a damn whatever it is that the word says. They kidnapped Nnamdi Kanu. They said Nnamdi Kanu committed treasonable felony in London. So when they got to court, the judge told them that this thing, if the location where this crime was committed is London, you would have to actually go try him in London, or not here. He said, okay, you know what? Let's remove London from it. Let's remove UK. That it was broadcasting from UK. So, which means he committed a crime in the UK. But there is no UK law that can be used to try Nnamdi Kanu that he committed anything here. So they're like, okay, you know what? Let's remove the UK from it. Now, Nnamdi Kanu is the only person locked up in Nigeria that they are now waiting for a crime to charge him with. So whatever they say Nnamdi Kanu has done right now must have been done in prison. If they say Nnamdi Kanu is responsible for the insecurity in eastern Nigeria, that means Nnamdi Kanu has been committing the insecurity in eastern Nigeria in prison, in detention. And you cannot commit a crime if you are not physically there. Do you get that? You can't. It's not have any access to the media or have any access to anybody, as it's been so kind of kept incommunicado and all that. So they are now looking for a crime to charge him with. So his lawyers won't see him. So it's just going to get worse, isn't it? Somebody said they want him dead in that place. No, they know he can't die there. Okay. We all believe that if you want an end to the militarization of the eastern Nigeria, the insecurity, politically sponsored insecurity in the eastern part of Nigeria, if you want an end to all of this, let him go. Like your court said, let him go. None of this happening in the eastern part of Nigeria ever happened when Nnamdi Kanu was not being kidnapped and in their custody. None. You can fact check me. I've asked you many times to fact check me. You may not like him. Fine. You may not like his style. Good. But that does not warrant them locking him up illegally. I know some of you don't like me, but I've not done anything wrong. That does not warrant you, myself, being locked up illegally because you don't like me, because you don't like my style, or whatever. Because I don't like somebody doesn't mean that they've committed any crime. Someone has to commit a crime before you can lock them. But Nigeria is a lawless place. That's why you have what you have first. So let him go and watch all the madness, the shenanigans going on in the eastern part of Nigeria disappear. There are those who are kind of benefiting from the whole chaos. Yes, there are those, especially the political class. So if he comes out, he will possibly, even without saying a word, it will demystify and expose the real criminals behind whatever is going on in the eastern part of Nigeria. So they will rather want him to remain there. Omoyele said something this morning, or sorry, yesterday, that the political class, the elite of eastern part of Nigeria, are more interested in keeping Nnamdi Kanu in that detention than even the Fulanis that you would think were after him. And I do not doubt that. You not see how quiet they are, how comfortable they are, and then how convenient it is for them to blame him for what is going on in the eastern part of Nigeria. So therefore, he should remain there. He should. It's unfortunate, man. Anyway, Onofunuga has something to say about the Tifnumbu's reform, the new ministers, and the sacked ones. According to him, Tifnumbu sacked 5 of his ministers and appointed 7 in their place because of the public opinion. This is Bayo Onofunuga.
August last year, when the ministers were sworn in, the president actually told them that as a president, he has the power to hire and fire, and that he will not hesitate to remove ministers who could not perform. And then there was a retreat in October last year where he also repeated the same warning about his plan to always trying to rejig his cabinet in case some are not performing well. And I think at that retreat also told them that there be a kind of performance appraiser. And he put Adiza, the special advisor on policy, to coordinate that. It was not just something that was done whimsically. I think the president, Adiza in fact brought technology to it, asking Nigerians to score the ministers. So this was done. Whoever was removed out of the ministers, it was based on some empirical facts. The public perception of those ministers, and they are the people who actually did the scorecard. And the president acted on the results.
Right.
That in the public perception of those ministers. August last year, when the ministers were sworn in, the president actually.
Onofunuga. That is a 70-year-old special advisor to Tifnumbu on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram matter. Bayo Onofunuga. The man who says long throat and all that. The man whose belly simply controls what he says. The bigots of Tifnumbu's clan, the bad idiots. What about Patawale? How come he's still the minister despite the empirical evidence of his involvement in looting a state as a thief, and then sponsoring terrorists according to his own successor? Onofunuga said there is no evidence.
As far as I know, most of those things are just mere allegations.
Yeah, but allegations would need to be investigated, wouldn't they?
In fact, I think in one of them, I got something like that. I sent to the NSA. I said, "Have you heard about this?" And they said, "No, we have probed a lot of those things that are not correct, they're not true. People are just bringing out all kinds of fake things, allegations about someone." And that's why the man is there. Even the president, I'm sure, has had so many stories about him. For him to be there shows that, as I said, some of those things have been probed, they are found not to be true.
But he remained on the job whilst the investigation was taking place, because, as I'm sure you know, the
NSA office has already investigated some of those allegations. They are found to be.
Yeah, but I mean, you're the president's sort of man on, the publicity and all the rest of it. I mean, you know the importance of optics.
No, those allegations against Matawale, as I said, they are not true. They are mere fabrications. They are mere allegations, and they have been proven to be untrue.
Right, so the governor is just making up stories,
so,
is he?
As far as I know,
there was no investigation. Kwatawale, do you know, is this true that you are also sponsoring banditry? Wallahi talahi, wallahi talahi, sumubillahi, like kafara. And now it's not true. Not true. I swear with Holy Quran. I swear with Holy Quran that it's not true. Okay, fine. You can go on and we believe you. That's the investigation. Remember Patawale said he's the only person who swore by the Holy Quran, swore with the Holy Quran that he is not sponsoring terrorists or terrorism. And therefore, it must be true, right? There is no sponsoring terrorists. And to the rest of you, impatient Nigerians, Tinubu's reform, you will see the results by 2039. For now, you may not understand it because you are impatient, according to this old man.
My own assessment is this. I think our people have generally been very impatient to see through the reforms that government is trying to do. In recent time, I've been reading several reports done earlier. Vision 2010, Vision 2020. And if you go through all those, you will find that all those reports showed that our economy has been very deficient, very, very weak. And that if we don't do what we are doing today, one day we wake up, maybe we end up like which country now that it's Somalia or somewhere that where the economy totally goes bonker. Our economy is very, very weak. And what government is doing today by doing those reforms, government is trying to create opportunities for us to really be a productive economy. Nigeria has been consuming, and the government in the past has been subsidizing this consumption for long. We send our children abroad to school, government subsidizes. You go to any supermarket, people are buying foreign products that we can manufacture in our country. And we are using subsidized dollar to buy all those things. I go and say, no, let this thing be driven by the market so that people can begin to think that instead of, okay, let me give you an example. Maize, which they used to do some beverage or something, in our local way, we produce pap from the same maize. But somebody will go and do cornflakes or something, the same maize that they used to do it. But this thing can be done in Nigeria. You can produce it locally. You don't need to import it. So what government is trying to do is, look, fellow Nigerians, think. Let's sit down and really make this economy a productive economy. Let's things that we can eat. Let's produce it locally. And let's even add value. And some businessmen, they are beginning entrepreneurs, they're already taking advantage of the reforms that if our naira is, as it is now, people, even the World Bank said it, that if we have a weak naira, it's an opportunity for us to grow our export. For people who really want to do business, to sit down to say, instead of importing shoes, why can't we produce shoes here? Cheaper shoes that we can export abroad. A lot of things can be done locally. And that's
would you be prepared to wear those shoes? Would the president wear those shoes?
Even as we are talking today, there are many Nigerian entrepreneurs who are already doing that, who are producing locally. I bought some couple of shoes made in Nigeria, and they are good.
Well, I wonder why all of you aren't driving made in Nigeria cars.
Well, I think gradually, when you say made in Nigerian cars, or even any car you bring from abroad, they are assembled there. We have cars being assembled in Nigeria now, including even electric vehicle cars being assembled in Nigeria. So, and some Nigerians are buying them anyway.
Yeah, but a brand that is associated with Nigeria is innocent, for example. Why aren't all of you? I mean, I wonder why you're not going. I mean, because you say that you want Nigerians to buy Nigerian, you want to promote that. But I mean, you're not going to see the German chancellor driving anything but a German car. You're not going to see the American president driving anything but an American car.
No, I think what I want to say about that is that this is still work in progress. I think with the philosophy of government, with the vision of the president, we will soon be embracing all those made in Nigerian products. The president has been saying it. let's
well,
grow
I mean, it's a way
Nigeria.
of demonstrably showing.
We are
I
going
mean,
to
putting
get-
your
we are going
practice
to-
where
we are
your
going
mouth
to-
is.
We are going to get my own.
Nuisance lele. Nuisance lele.
I love Charles there, but I love that question. You see, when you want to challenge the hypocrites, all right, you let them talk from what they are saying. You can ask them questions, and then you watch them stutter. People buy foreign made goods in the supermarket. The rice that if nobody food they eat inside if nobody's asphalt rock. Are they grown in Benue, Adamawa, or Iragbiji? Tifnumbu's car, his children, his political appointees, his ministers, his the National Assembly. They are all driving imported cars, German cars, Chinese cars, Japanese cars, German cars, and the rest of that, Abi. But you, that is now buying 20 years old Aloku moto, now you they cause the destruction of the Naira. Now you know they patronize Nigeria. Meanwhile, a brand new car made in Nigeria, there 90% or 99% of Nigerians cannot afford any brand new cars made in Nigeria. With the destroyed economy, with the hyperinflation and all of that you are battling with today, some of you cannot even buy a Aloku, 20 years old Aloku car, 2010 car, 2005 cars now. Because of these guys. But it's all talk and talk and talk. So you should be patient with Tifnumbu. That is the bottom line. The people that you say, let us stand up. Everybody should stand up and fight these guys. We need to stand up and face these people. We cannot continue like this. Yes, Aluta continua. I just say, Aluta continua. Okay. Me, I don't want to die, yo. Me, I don't want to die I don't want to die young like Agbalumo. People that don't want to die because police fit shoot them and kill them. Police fit army fit shoot them and kill them. So because of that, may they just go pray. Say, may God just come and intervene. The same set of people, if they see a falling truck, a falling tanker, they will rush down there with their jerry cans, with their buckets to go and scoop fuel, that can explode. Just last week, in Jigawa, 181 people lost their lives, including children. In Jigawa, where they were scooping fuel because of a falling tanker. And just this morning, those people on what is it called? Akampa Road in Calabar, Cross River State. People that don't want to die from police shooting them, right? Then they are willing and ready to go and die by inferno.
Very dangerous situation. We cannot get back.
Make una take time, fire. Make una come on. I dey tell you, I dey even give you.
No worry yourself. No worry yourself.
Agbaja Lingo recorded that clip. Tell them, let us go and face these people who have me, I don't want to die, you. But they are willing to die from a fire like that. I got Jonathan like that. The preacher's son. Thank you. Thank you, Baba. Appreciate that. It is what the contraption is. It's unbelievable sometimes if anybody try to explain Nigeria to you, like, oh, it goes tough. Honestly. Meanwhile,